gave his rookie-laden Bengals a high mark as they passed from the kindergarten of preseason to the first grade of regular league play.
Cincinnati's best came in the first quarter.
Second and goal. Mixon out of the backfield. Has some daylight. Hurdles to the end zone. In for the score, and he took a lick from Miles Jack, but he hung on.
Hooray! Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to New Stripe City, a YouTube channel for diehard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie. And obviously, I'm a lot more excited this week. Your Cincinnati Bengals. That's right. Your Cincinnati Bengals have taken down the Tennessee Titans, who came into the game 5-1. 5-1 they came in. Cincinnati Bengals, with all of their starting offensive linemen out of this game, Joe Mixon out of this game, all of the players that you would think would play a factor outside of Joe Burrow, basically out of this game, they come in, and not only do they win, it was impressive how they won. So let's start first off with this offensive line, because before we get into anything, there's two people that deserve a lot of credit, have taken a lot of heat from me even as well for this game. Jim Turner, you have to give Jim Turner his respect. Like, I know I fried Jim Turner in the past, and I can be wrong. Hey, I can be wrong. But ever since the Ravens game and that debacle, this offensive line has thoroughly improved. Jim Turner has been coaching like his job depended on it, and rightfully so, because after that Baltimore Ravens game, it was looking ugly. It was looking like Joe Burrow was going to be hurt and not finish the season because he could not avoid being sacked. And in this game, in the last two games, offensive line has looked very good. But in this game in particular, because the offensive line, Jonah Williams goes down, Trey Hopkins goes down, Bobby Hart goes down, coming into this game. So it was already what people deemed a bad offensive line, looked a lot worse. And what happened? It looked like these guys had been playing with each other all season. We had Hakeem Adeniji out there. We had Billy Price playing center. All of them look good. I don't care what PFF says. I don't care, and that's no disrespect to them. I don't care what grades they give these guys. They surrendered 0 sacks. 0. And yes, I understand that Tennessee does not have the best pass rush. I talked about that coming into this game. But these guys, they had guys that were on the practice squad and pulled in. Now, they did have Quentin Spain. Quentin Spain's only been here for like a day. He got out of quarantine and was here for a day. And he still was able to come in and have an impact. 0 sacks. 0 sacks. Jadeveon Clowney, no sacks. Harold Landry, no sacks. Anybody on that front, no sacks. That was extremely impressive. The fact that Jim Turner has done what he's done in these past 2 weeks, I was wrong about him. That is coaching. That is stepping up. Another guy that I got to give my kudos to, Billy Price. You guys have heard me get after Billy Price on this channel. Billy played an amazing game. He did have a bad snap. That's to be expected. He hasn't had to do that much, right? Billy Price, as the center, was able to make sure that these guys were doing what they were supposed to do on that line, and they did it. So offensive line, Jim Turner, this hat goes off to you. Let's keep it moving. Other players in this game that have to get praised, Joe Burrow. You come in with no line, no Joe Mixon, no nothing. And you're just like, all right, bro, I got this. All right, no, we don't have Joe Mixon. No, it's cool. We don't have a whole offensive line. No, it's cool. I got you. I got this. Joseph Burrow. This man does not play like a rookie. Now, he did get bailed out at the end there because a lot of Titans fans, you're probably watching this video and you're like, bro, that was a pick. And I felt the same way. I didn't think that it was defensive pass interference on them. But that's neither here nor there. I just honestly thought that was a bad call for you guys. You guys were still down by, I think, two scores at that point. Does it turn a tide in the game? Maybe. But Joe Burrow was on fire. Giovanni Bernard, 15 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Giovanni Bernard fits this offense like a glove. I think we saw that the past 2 weeks. He fits this offense like a glove, even more so than, dare I say, Joe Mixon, because he is what they're looking for when it comes to running the ball and still being able to pass the ball and being able to pass block in the backfield for Joe Burrow. Know who else I'm going to talk about? You probably didn't expect this. Cethan Carter. A lot of great blocks that he had there. And one of the biggest plays of the game is on a drive where they're getting ready to kind of go down. And I got to give some credit to him. But Cethan Carter, that fourth down catch, he boxes a guy out. The guy's draped all over him, still makes the catch. Yes, it was a 2-yard catch. Probably will be one of the biggest 2-yard catches of the year that we've seen, similar to that Gio one last week. But that's neither here nor there. Cethan Carter, thank you, bro. Let's keep it going. T. Higgins. I started this with the T. Higgins jersey on. I got the T. Higgins jersey right now. When I woke up this morning, I was just like, you know what? I feel like I'm gonna wear that T. Higgins jersey today. I think we're gonna wear that T. Higgins jersey today. And T. Higgins, 6 receptions, 78 yards, no touchdown, but boy, that got balled out today. Tyler Boyd, big levels. This is the best receiver in the AFC North. It's Tyler Boyd. 6 receptions, 67 yards, and a touchdown. You guys follow my channel. If you don't follow my other channel, AFC North Talk, I told them the Bengals have the best receiving core in the division. Today, Auden Tate, clutch catch, big clutch, 7 receptions for 65 yards. Most of those happened in the second half. Okay, so we're going through all the good stuff right now. And before I continue, I'm going to get into the super chats because I appreciate you guys on those. I just want to make sure I do not miss them. We got my man, Oi Chimps, GG Army Vet. Hold on 1 second, bro. I got you. Let me get you pulled up on the screen here. Okay, it appears that I cannot pull it out, but appreciate that $5. Looks like super chat there. He says, we got this win. Yes, sir, bro. We did. Another super chat here from Jacob Winsdale, $5. Appreciate that, bro. 200 people in the live. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Who they? You feeling a win streak coming? Yeah, bro. I'm feeling a win streak coming. I'm feeling it. Like, I would love to be able to go out against the Steelers and go out and get a W. Now, I know that the Steelers are 7-0 right now. Congrats to them. But I would be pumped. If we were able to come out of that bye, get some of these guys healthy, and come out there and do it. But let's get back into this, all right? Samaje Perine. No, not amazing, but I liked what they did there in terms of the run game there, giving it to Gio and Samaje. Samaje was able to come in there and do some stuff. Let's talk about defense. Jesse Bates is the best safety in the NFL. I'm not saying that because I'm a Bengals fan. Check PFF. This man is playing out of his mind, people. 11 total touchdowns, 9 solo touchdowns, or 11 total tackles, 9 solo tackles, 1 interception. Okay. Let's also talk about Von Bell. Von Bell did not have a good game last week. Von Bell, 5 tackles, 5 total tackles, interception, had 2 interceptions in a row. One was basically didn't happen because he got it wiped out by a penalty, but then comes right behind that and gets another one. Josh Bynes gets an interception. Big sack from Logan Wilson. This defense stepped it up. Look, we gave Lou a hard time after last week. Lou came through. That's what we'll say is Lou came through. Carl Lawson, another guy that was able to do something. Bengals also got a sack there. Monty Bledsoe. This defense played good. Outside of letting Derrick Henry have that drive where he literally was able to do whatever he wanted, defense played good. Zach Taylor coached a game. I have not had any issues with his play calling. I honestly, it's been about 4 or 5 weeks now. It's been about 4 or 5 weeks now. I have not talked about Zach Taylor at all in a negative way since then, since the beginning. He continues to improve as a coach. What did he show me today? The play calling wasn't super amazing like the last game. Still was solid. No mistakes, nothing at all where I had an issue with Zach Taylor's play calling. The thing that impressed me the most with Zach Taylor today was how he managed the game. He was able to get this lead with the 11 points. He was able to sit on it. He was able to call plays that were able to extend drives, and he ended up out-coaching Vrabel when it came to that. If you saw that at the end, when Vrabel was trying to use his timeouts effectively, when there was about 3 minutes and so on and so forth, he was playing chess with him. He was playing chess right back with them. And Zach was able to sit on this lead, maintain that lead, and do things properly. The other thing that I like that I saw was when they were able to get up at a certain point in the game, he went over to Lou to make sure that Lou had the game plan right, that he had the right move to make at the end. I appreciated that. So Zach, kudos to Zach for that. Definitely has improved these last couple of weeks, especially to come after all this drama that's been going on that we've had. But a good win for the Bengals. Let's talk about some of the bad, right? AJ Green did not have a great game. 2 receptions for 19 yards. Had some key drops there. Seemed to get frustrated at some points. But we'll have to see. I mean, he's had 2 good games. He had 1 bad game. We won't dwell too much on that. Samaje Perine, even though he was solid in this game, he only averaged 3 yards per carry. So the Bengals are going to have to find someone else that they can – I'm not going to say someone else, but he's got to be at least better than 3 yards per carry when it comes to running the ball there. So I don't know if that's Travion. With Joe Mixon likely coming back next week, I don't think that's really a big issue. There's not many negatives in this game, man. I mean, LaShawn Sims definitely gave up a lot of plays, but he also had, he also made 6 tackles. Excuse me. Yeah, man, I think one thing that I'll say about this game, let's take a look at the stats here. We've got 4 total touchdowns for the Bengals, 3 for the Tennessee Titans, 27 first downs for each one of them, 16 passing first downs for the Bengals, 7 rushing first downs. First downs from penalties, the Bengals got 4. Third down efficiency, 10 for 15. Total plays, they ran 69, 367 total yards. It looks like the Titans had 441 total yards, so that's a lot of yardage to give up on defense. Passing-wise, 249 passing yards, 118 rushing yards. That's very solid. Red zone, they were 4 for 5 in the red zone. The only other thing I'll say, they had a lot of penalties in this game, 7 for 45, but it looks like the Titans also had a lot of penalties, 7 for 68. Did not turn the ball over. When you don't turn the ball over, that's always a plus. Again, like I said, they had the interception that they forced from the Tennessee Titans. That was at a key point in the game. I think player of the game for this game, you have to give the game ball to the offensive line. But if you're going to look on defense for someone to give it to, it's got to be Jesse Bates. Outside of that, the Bengals are going to get a win here. They're going into the bye week 2-5-1. Obviously, we would want them to have, some more wins. But, hey, we'll take it. I don't think anyone really had the Bengals winning this game. Not too many people, not to say any of our fans didn't, but from a national media perspective, I think especially when before the game we found out that Michael Jordan wasn't going to be in, I think we were kind of worried. But this seems to be inspiration and maybe a turn in the season. Maybe a turn. So we'll have to see there. I'm going to take a quick look at the Bengals schedule. I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I know I've already been here at 14 minutes, but this is exciting, man. This is exciting to not have to be frustrated about this. Joe Burrow is the truth, bro. Joe Burrow is definitely the truth. Let's just go ahead and get John Ross up out of here because we got 4 receivers. We got 4 receivers already. So listen to this. All right. In a vacuum, right? The Bengals are 2-5-1, right? Let's just say the Bengals are able to pull off a win against the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? So then you're 3-5-1. Guess who they play after that? The Washington Redskins. 4-5-1. The New York Giants. 5-5-1. This is the game that really is the deal breaker right there. So let's say, for instance, hypothetically, they get to 5-5-1, right? Then they have to play the Miami Dolphins. Before the Dolphins put in Tua, I would say we'd probably win that game. That's going to be an important game. That is going to be Tua versus Burrow. That should have been a primetime game. Not because of the teams per se, but because it's Tua versus Burrow in the pros. And I know a lot of people are talking about Herbert and Burrow, but before that, we all know that it was Tua Burrow when you were looking at it from a college perspective. That's an important game. But let's just say for, just this example, they win that game. They could be 6-5-1. They got to play the Cowboys. That's a win. 7-5-1. They could be going into the Steelers game 7-5-1. If they win that first Steelers game, they could be 7-5-1. That is crazy. That is crazy. Now, I'm not going to just say that those are automatic wins. I'm just saying that this is a stretch after the Steelers game, which obviously the Steelers are an elite team. They're 7-0. If they can somehow do something there, they could really win 3 straight games. If they could somehow find a way to beat the Steelers, I'm not saying that they will, but if Joe Burrow is able to do that, they could beat the Steelers, they could beat the Redskins, they could beat the Giants. That's 3 guaranteed wins, at least enough to put them at 5-5-1. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to make the playoffs or anything, but if they could get to 5-5-1, and let's say they lose to the Dolphins 5-6-1, they beat the Cowboys, right? 6-6-1. I think that that's enough to save Zach Taylor's job. I think that that's enough to turn that around and say, hey, well, maybe Zach Taylor should get more time than we're thinking, if that can happen, right? And so then after that, got the Steelers again. You're probably not going to beat the Steelers twice. At best, you could probably split with them. At worst, you probably get swept by them. But then you've got the Texans and then you got the Ravens. So no, they're probably not making the playoffs, but man, that would be a great turnaround. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. If you're new here, please feel free to subscribe. I do all kinds of stuff. We're going to go ahead and go live tonight. Me and Zim are going to recap the game. The Orange is the New Black podcast. I also have some other stuff coming. I've got some mugs coming for the channel and stuff like that. So please be sure to do that. Please be sure to check out the Flick Chat as well. It was going crazy in there today. And if you also join that, it's completely free. You don't have to give any of your information or anything like that. We had the live stream going. Appreciate that. And the Flick Chat is completely free. It's the Flick Chat app. That's FLICK. You can join it for free. There's all kinds of Bengals fans in there. We got 230 people in there. Looks like I'm going to look at my Flick Chat results. I did not do that good on the Flick Picks. And what Flick Picks are essentially this little kind of fantasy football kind of thing where you pick players in that game. Anyways, stay tuned here. We appreciate it. And as usual, I'll leave you guys with a who day all day, every day, especially on Sunday.
He gave his rookie-laden Bengals a high mark as they passed from the kindergarten of preseason to the first grade of regular league play.
Cincinnati's best came in the first quarter, the first time they had the ball. Quarterback Dewey Warren and fullback Tom Smiley combined for Cincinnati's first pass completion.
Bengal founder Paul Brown fashioned this novel design, as new to the game today as the forward pass was a century ago.
Montana dragged down at the 31-yard line.
In 1996, the Bengals finished strong and finished right.
Touchdown! Yes! You say what? We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We got a bow to Corey Dillon!
Bulldog from the 32 with Mixon in the backfield. It's Dalton out to Mixon. He's got some room.
It's Mixon diving up and over.
We're gonna hammer home competition, preparation, okay, and diligence in everything we do.
It's a new year, same old question. How do you stop 85?
They're looking down the field for the home run ball. It's 4.